Hi, you're welcome to another episode of the Japa Podcast. I'm Victor. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm supposed to also apologize for the fact that we missed an episode already. I don't think I have a great excuse. I mean, aside the fact that work has been very interesting and trying to adjust to my new location and every other thing in between, I don't think I have any other excuse. But also, I'm trying to do my best to ensure that we don't keep on having breaks in between. And of course, as you already know on this podcast, we talk about the lived experiences of Nigerians in the diaspora. And today's episode, I have for the first time on this podcast a repeat guest. I'm going to let him introduce himself.
Hello, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever timeline you're listening from. It's a pleasure getting to know you guys. My name is Ezekiel and I live in Germany currently. And yeah, I think this is the short introduction of me.
Yes, so Ezekiel was here for the third episode of the second season, which we call the Ajala Doctor episode, which was an episode I remember we had a little bit of a network issue and it was a
Yeah.
bit somehow. But yeah, we he basically on that episode talked about the medical profession. I'm trying to get into the medical profession in Germany, studying medicine in China, finishing high school in Qatar. I mean, you know how rich people are. They wake up in London
Ah,
and then have
ah.
lunch in Lagos kind of type of vibe. So
I wish it
so
was
we
that
ba-
easy.
right. So basically talked about all of that. And on this episode, we're going to be talking about something more light. And of course, I'm
Yeah,
not going to be asking the question of how his journey to Germany or Qatar or China is, because I think if you listen to the third episode, you already have all of that. And if you're
yeah,
listening to this episode without listening to that, you can just go back to that episode and you'll be able to get a little insight into our doctor. That is not a
uh-huh.
serious person, by the way, and which is exactly why he's the perfect person for this particular episode. Without boring you so much, I'm going to start by asking you, Ezekiel, how have you been since the last time we recorded? What have you been up to?
How have I been? Let's see. I've had one panic attack. uh, and this is just
How can you say,
yesterday.
sorry, hold on. How can you say you're having a panic attack and we are laughing?
No, I
That's
mean, I'm supposed
not,
to cry.
well, fair enough. Go ahead.
But yeah, I had one panic attack since the last time I was here.
Okay.
But apart from this, like everything has been okay. I mean, it's summer, or like, I mean, a version of summer, and I'm just trying to enjoy as much as possible. But yeah, like the panic attack yesterday was so real. Like that was the first time in my life of experiencing
Do you
something
want
like
to talk about why on here, or is that something we're not going to bring
that. I mean, we can
here?
just like drop some breadcrumbs for the guests.
Okay. I'll leave it for you. Yeah. All right. Drop the
So basically,
breadcrumbs.
I think in summary, like this panic attack is just the fact that I'll be graduating soon, and then I have to figure out like all this million different things I need to do, like finding accommodation, applying for PhD programs, a job, and all this. And I mean, it's a lot to take in at once, and the reality just hit me yesterday. I mean, I knew I was gonna graduate. I knew I was supposed to do all these things, but in my head, I was like, yeah, I'll get it done. And then yesterday I was like, shit, this is really happening. So
I can
yeah, that was the
imagine.
cause of the panic attack.
I can imagine. And I really feel so sorry about that. And because you told me about it yesterday, but of course you didn't even sound
Hmm.
as stressed as you're sounding saying. When you said you had a panic attack, I was like, hang on, whoa, we all say that we have panic attack all the time, even though there is no panic attack. But I think you mentioned it yesterday, and it's quite unfortunate, of course, but then I think it's part of life to an
Yeah,
extent. And
definitely.
I'm
And
saying this as someone who had gone through that, so you have to listen to
how
me
many
give
did
your
you have?
advice. As someone with experience, because I think this is my second or third rodeo. I mean, it's my master's,
Ah,
so it's the
okay,
second
okay,
rodeo of finishing something and trying to do something else. I like, see, my
okay.
darling, my dear darling. I don't
It'll
think
be
there's any
fine.
way out. You'll be fine.
No,
It's
we'll be
just
fine. Last.
exactly just wake up every day and do what you have to do, and what you can do, and
Okay.
just show up for yourself. I think things are
Yeah.
going to work out.
I mean, I had time to process this after yesterday, so now I put
Yeah.
like some plans in place and I know what to do at what timeline, so it should be okay. And I also have like backup plans for my backup plans.
Does that including
So
marrying? Does that including
that is
marrying?
not.
No, sorry, hold on. How do you say that shit? Oh my God. Why is my memory failing me? This whole thing about a man
What
in
happened?
finance, 6 foods,
Ah,
whatever,
yeah,
whatever,
like
whatever,
yeah.
whatever.
In mine is fine. I already have one, by the way, but this is a story for another
Okay.
day.
How am I just learning about that?
I mean, we never talked about this.
Oh, wow. Okay. Maybe I also need to find myself a man in
Oh, I can
finance.
send you some recommendation.
I wish I would want this part of the to be on the podcast. Oh my
I
God.
mean, they'll just take it with a grain of salt.
Or maybe if they like, they should put a whole packet of salt into it. That's
I mean, it's for the mature audience, right? They can handle this much, tea.
oh my God. Now this is actually, I think, you know what I joked about how the fact that if anything happens to a conversation we have, we're going
Hmm.
to ruin our life because we're going to say some of the most stupidest. We're
I
going to
mean,
say the
like,
stupidest things on earth. But it's
no, everyone should know. I mean, it's just light jokes. I shouldn't take it too
area of
seriously.
war. Shake person go come and they go come beat us now, Abby. Moving
So
on.
it happen.
So how have I been myself?
Yes, you.
Um, how have I been? So how have I been? I mean, work, 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 work. And I work today. This is the weekend. I mean,
Oh,
for the
really?
longest, I didn't tell you. Okay, I did tell you I was at work when we texted earlier.
Yeah.
Yes, this was actually, I was not supposed to work today, but someone fell sick and they needed some replacement, and I was asked, and I agreed to do it, which is very off-brand because I'm always very, how many hours am I supposed to work in a week or month? Let me just do
Exactly,
it and control
exactly.
it. But I was like, I just do. I think it's because I've been very stressed. So when I'm stressed, I also struggle to get myself out of situations I don't want to. And I just basically also
Okay.
try to, I think it's just when you're stressed, and I'm not trying to, how do I say it? Everything has been stressing me so much these days, and I've just
Mm,
not been able to manage it. And I think my reaction to it has also been trying to keep myself busy. So when
yeah.
I was asked to work, I think without even thinking, I was like, okay, let's do this because it felt like it was a getaway. But then I agreed to it. I was like, it's like the
Uh,
alarm bells went off my head. Like, why did I do this? Why did I do this? But I
But
have
they're
done
gonna
it.
pay you, right? They're gonna
Of
pay
course,
you that.
of course, it's not free work,
Okay,
but
then that's fine.
even though, because I mean, again, I think I always look at it from when you work, you rest. Not like
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
getting enough pressure, but it's just we're not exactly in the same situation of being. I'm not exactly scared about what the future holds, even though I think I
Hmm.
am, because as much as I have a job now, it's not exactly the plan I had. So it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
being like a break from the trajectory I had in mind. I'm still trying to get used to it. And also being it's a new field of work, I'm still trying to get used to the fact I'm also working weekends again after such a long time of just doing 9 to 5, like normal people. So it's like a lot of things I'm juggling with. And also realizing that it was yesterday I realized that actually when I was talking to a friend, I think being here in this new city without my friend, I think I'm beginning to feel whatever Nigerians say or Africans say when they move abroad and talk about loneliness. I don't think I've
Yeah,
gotten to that
yeah.
part where it's a problem yet, but I'm becoming a little bit aware of it because right now, for the first time in my life, I actually cannot wake up and say, okay, I want to visit someone and call them on the phone, I'm coming to your house.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, also you live
So,
far away and it's a different kind of
yes,
environment and you have no friends around there. Like, I mean, I was also thinking how you're
exactly.
coping. Like, it feels like you're a fish out of water. And then suddenly,
See,
like,
and then the thing is part of the thing that is causing me so is I'm like, okay, I got a new bike. I think I told you about it. I had to change
you
the
have a
bike. I don't know if I
bike.
I didn't tell, well, how come we never talked about the fact I got a bike and I changed the bike? Actually, it's not just I
Oh,
got
okay. This
one.
is
It was a
okay.
manual bike, but I had to change it because this place is quite hilly, and
Mm-mm-mm.
on manual bike it's kind of hard to navigate. I tried to get an e-bike. Now the e-bike I get, I might change it again, or at least
Okay.
I'm going to take it back to the shop where I got it from
Why
because
are you changing it?
it's supposed to be the battery is supposed to. I'm supposed to be able to pull out the battery and charge inside
Yes,
the house,
yes,
but for some
exactly.
reason I have a key. I tried the key, it's open, but the battery doesn't come out. So I don't know why. And I thought it's just like I asked someone else to help me look at it, and he tried, and he couldn't to get it. So I called the company. They said I can bring it back to them.
Yeah, I think you
So I'll
should do
do
that, and
that on
also
Monday.
like,
Yes.
and
So
also when
if
you
there is
remove the
maybe something I'm
battery.
not doing right, they should forget because I can't be charging. Like now, I'm charging. I have to bring it inside the house to charge. I can't be going out with my bike and also bringing it in the house. Luckily, there is like a room in this building that I don't know what it's for. So I just take
Okay.
it in there. But of course, I don't know that. No, I don't know if the landlord is aware. Of course, clearly she's not because she doesn't live here. Otherwise, I would have brought it inside my house to charge,
Your
and I
house
don't.
to charge.
It doesn't
That's
make sense.
yeah,
So.
it's too stressful. Yeah.
So I'm going to take it back to them on Monday and see if they can fix whatever it is. That would be the ideal situation. And if they cannot fix it, I have to get another
You
one, like
just
a
replace. Yeah.
replacement. Yeah, so I'm thinking about the fact that I need to get a driver's license as soon as possible because once
Mm.
winter hits, it's going to be hard for me to navigate this small city, especially with the bus coming in 1 hour intervals, and I can't be riding a bike in winter.
Ah, yeah,
It's
true. So you have
going
to
to
rent a
be
car.
hectic. So I need to get a driver's. And I'm thinking about how much it's quite expensive. Why would I
Yeah,
have
I
to pay
heard it's
nearly
over like
3K?
4K or so.
Maybe it's up to that in Bonn. Here, thankfully, it's about 2005.
I
And
think I should come
but
to
that
your
even
city to
that
do it. But still
even
is
that is
expensive
too
though.
much.
I know.
Exactly. So I'm thinking, how am I supposed to cop out 2,500 to get a driver's license?
Mm.
So it's like I've been fine technically, but it's just like I'm also feel like I'm basically grappling with a lot of things that I'm still trying to work out, trying to figure out how to do the money, trying to see how to also go back to learning German so I don't give so much gap with
Ah,
my
yeah,
German
yeah, true,
classes
true.
and trying to also basically get used to the new work I'm doing. And so it's like I'm just thinking about all of that. And let's not forget the whole thing with just knowing that at some point you have to renew your permits, which is just a thing that you have to
Ah,
always think about. Even if it's still like 6 months or 1 year ahead, you just have to think about it when you are in
this is what I've
someone's
been going through
country.
this
Yes.
past couple of days, and
Yeah.
it's not a nice
Oh.
experience. Like just sending emails back and forth and hoping like they'll have mercy on you and extend it without asking like a billion documents.
Exactly. And of course, you did a lot of back and forth with that woman. And she's actually been nice to you.
Oh
The
yeah, she
one
was really nice in the
here,
email. Yeah, yeah.
the one here asked me not to send them eggs again. Of course, she said it in a very professional way. But she was like, sending emails is going to delay, blah, 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 once and once. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Whenever you can get back to me, it's
This one was
fine.
very nice. Like she was basically replying within an hour, just telling me like, okay, this is missing, this is that,
Yeah,
that, that,
so
that.
you showed me the emails. So
Yeah.
let's let's leave our life matter big because we start we're talking about our life and when we talk about people will start pitying us.
Let him not pity us, I beg. Let us send us money. I'm kidding.
Right. Which one is that kiddie? Please, they should send money. I can call my account number if you don't want the money. You can get transferred to me. So let's quickly get into the topic. And I know you said it's been a bit of summer, and I tell you, I was telling someone today, it feels like spring at best
I don't
because
even know how to describe this weather, to be honest. It's like you wear your shorts, you leave your house, it will be hot for like 1 hour, and then suddenly it's like cold out of nowhere, and you're not even the kind of cold you can just pretend like, oh yeah, I can just endure this. Like it's so fucking cold that you need to run back home and change.
yes, it was was on Tuesday or was it Wednesday? I wanted to go out and it was according to the weather, it was supposed to be warm enough for you to wear shorts.
Mm-mm-mm.
Me, I wore shorts. I've not gone more than 1 kilometers. It's still feeling
Mm.
chilly and it's
Ah,
still drizzling. I was on my
Um,
bike. So of course it's not if if I'm walking on foot, let's say 1 kilometer is going to be about 10 to 15 minutes. But on the bike is
exactly.
at most 3 minutes. So imagine
Yeah.
that distance. Basically it's about 1 kilometer. Weather start getting chilly and it started drizzling. And I was then like, you know, I should have taken a bus. Or maybe
You didn't even think of going back home to
But
change.
because I knew I was in a bus. I can't remember what I was going to, but I thought it was important. It was on a bus,
Mm-hmm.
Sha. Rain no go beat me. At least like get to the train
Sure.
station. I used my umbrella to go where I had to go. But now I'm not wearing a
Exactly.
jacket and I'm riding a bike and I'm like, what am I supposed to do? It's
Hmm.
so unpredictable. It's so
It
unpredictable
is
and it's
like
annoying.
even right now when I was coming back from Düsseldorf, like it was so fucking cold in Düsseldorf. I'm like, shit, thank God I had a jacket with me. Otherwise, I would probably be coughing right now while talking to you.
How are we now to shake bomb bomb on a yacht if we cannot wear shorts? Because that's actually not a major
I
problem right
I
now.
mean, I think that's gonna be in July, so it should be okay, I feel.
The
But
thing is
also, a
June,
part of
we are
me is
middle of
like,
June.
oh yeah, shit. My head is still thinking it's May. But it's already middle of June. Yeah,
Yes,
true.
this is 15, so it's like actually right in the middle of June. And then I
Yeah.
still had to wear a sweater today. I wear my sweater and I wear a jacket because of how cold it was this morning.
Oh shit. For me, I just wore like a shirt and then a jacket on top, but still, I was like, this is not supposed to be like this.
So since we're talking about summer, what are your plans for the summer, for this particular summer? And how, I mean,
Oh,
as the weather kind of has any influence on what the plans are, or you're just going along the
this
way, whatever the weather is doing?
I think so far I only know like I have a couple of like fixed plans that depends on the weather. One of them is a picnic with my friend, and the other one is a second barbecue sometime maybe at the end of July or early August, depending on what the weather will be on that day. But these are the two things I would like to get out of the way before this summer ends. And besides this, in terms of like traveling or any of this, I don't think I'll be going anywhere because of my thesis. So I don't even have free time to travel. And that is quite sad. But yeah, I'll just try to stay at Bonn most of the time and just do picnic and barbecue. And yeah. What about you? Like, do you have any
Hello.
summer plans?
Well, you know what's up because of your thesis. So the thesis will come out, your thesis will stay, well, nothing will happen to your thesis.
I know, but it's just like it's still like 6 months of no holiday and whatever. So like we basically just have to
What
stay
does
in the
it
next.
have to be though? What I'm saying is, of course,
I
you
mean,
always have the
I
bad
could
advice. Fuck
travel
the
if I wanted
thesis.
to. I mean, I could travel if I wanted to, but it's just that I need to get permission from my supervisor. And secondly, if should he say no, then I have to understand that if I travel for a week, it means I have to extend my thesis for a week, and that is a little bit problematic. Like I said, I'm planning to do like applications and all this, so I cannot afford to delay anymore.
But I see what you mean about your thesis. But I didn't because I
Yeah.
didn't know. I mean, I know you're working in the lab, but I didn't know it was that strict that if you have to travel, you have to take.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
very
obviously, you
strict.
have to
Like
take
most.
permission, but I don't think I didn't think the permission is going to automatically mean an extension.
Yeah, because it's very like you have 6 months, 6 months. So if you are going on breaks and maybe your experiment demands you to stay longer, there's no two ways about it. Like you have to kind of extend or maybe leave out that experiment. I don't know if the supervisor might be so happy if you do that, but yeah, basically we sign a contract of no holiday for 6 months. Yes, this is what the contract says.
Oh, it's in the contract.
Yeah, I was there. There's no vacation. It's 6 months, 6 months, no vacation.
Even for your weekend.
You know, you can take a weekend. Your weekend is yours.
I
Like,
mean, of course, you have your weekend, but okay, I mean, so, but even if you travel on a Friday, well, I see what you mean. It's like
yeah,
it's
if
a
you travel on
very
a
tough,
Friday, it's
it's a tough.
very stressful because you need to be back on a Sunday. I mean, technically, you could be back on a Monday, but you need to take permission from your lab. I mean, I could do one trip if I really, really wanted to. This should not be an issue, but I'll just try to just focus and get this out of the way so I can move on to the next stage of life.
Yeah, fair point. Fair point. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Thank you. It's how to say it? Is it still la vie or whatever?
Whatever, whatever it is you want to say. So talking about summer, what am I doing this summer? First of all, I'm visiting you, and
Yeah, next
we are
month.
supposed to see. I've been praying. If this what I've fucked me up, I'm not going to be happy because I've not actually worn most of my shorts out. Like I have
You
shorts that are
can
just there.
wear them
Basically,
here.
yeah,
We
I
already
mean that's what I'm
agreed on
saying.
those.
So the weather is not really that warm. So I'm going
Yeah,
to,
true.
so I'm planning to bring my shorts along in my trip. And of course I have plans. I'm supposed to meet a few people.
Mm-hmm.
Not a few, yeah, I mean, let's leave it at a
The
few
whole
people.
village.
Let's not name anybody's name, but I'm supposed to meet a few people, and
Okay.
at least I'm very sure about two or three people.
Okay.
Actually,
And
let me
meeting
not
them
do
requires
that.
wearing shorts.
Meeting don't require showing off legs and I'm being a
So
little,
shame, I
dressing a
can
little bit
tell.
irresponsibly. And of
It's
course, it's the
okay.
summer. What can I say?
I mean, I think there's that song this summer. I'm going to the street, something like that. So maybe this could be your anthem for the summer.
Wow. Maybe I'm single. You know, someone asked me today if I have a child, and I'm like,
What?
me.
That person is rude.
Very rude. Like this was so out of the blues. I was in a car with my colleague went to pick up something, and all of a sudden he says, "Has two kinder," and I'm like, and of course because it's German, the way I looked at him, he thought I didn't understand. He had to repeat himself, or maybe I didn't hear him the right first time. The way I was actually shocked, and I was laughing too. But I thought I don't know. It was supposed to give him it felt I didn't understand. He had to repeat himself. I'm like, okay, sir,
Hmm.
this is me being shocked and embarrassed, and of course, finding it very ridiculous at the same time. And I said, no. And I turned him and I said, do you have children? And he said, not yet. I'm like, oh, really? I
Ah,
said,
okay,
okay.
so he's
I now
planning
asked him
to
if
have.
he's married. He said, not yet. There is not found someone. I'm like, oh, really? And I think he's older
So
than me. I
he's
don't know his age, but I think he's older than me. And I'm like, so you now, you've seen me, but I've not married, and
exactly,
you're not asking me. So I'm like,
exactly.
God, God,
Maybe
what
he was looking for a way to start conversations, you know.
say the conversation cannot be anything. Why do we jump from we usually have conversations sometimes. So why do we
Ah,
have
okay, you
to
already know the
jump?
person. Okay.
Yes, no, it's not like he's a new colleague. We've been colleagues for like 2 or 3 months. So
Ah, okay, that
how do
makes
you
sense.
just jump to the deep end? And I know the funny thing, I was actually so like, wait, why somebody asked me? So actually getting down to me, I'm actually old enough to have children. And I'm like,
I
that's
mean,
bad.
our mates already have kids, like maybe two, three, who knows?
I'm so sorry for them because as far as I'm concerned, that's child abuse. I cannot
Yeah,
imagine.
I mean, probably they got their shit together and decided to marry. I mean, you never know.
No, you
But
didn't
in
have
this
to be rude. You just don't have to be rude. You just do not have to. Because what you, I know my life is not. I don't have my shit together, but you don't
neither
have
do
to.
I.
You don't have to rub it in. Because what the fuck do you?
But that's the truth, though. They were able to get their shit together and figure out their life, and now they're married.
Sucks for them. Sucks for them. I really cannot fathom or imagine how my life
And
would
in their
be if there is
eyes,
a
they'll see us
child.
as irresponsible.
What? It is what it is. But then that wish. So this year, as I don't have a child and I don't plan to,
Hmm.
I'm also not particularly looking for someone to do forever with. Am I looking?
Okay.
I don't think so. The door is
I
not
mean,
closed.
you
I'm not
always keep the
particularly
window open, but the
exactly.
door
The window
closed.
is open. Okay, let's say the window is open. The door is closed, but the window is
Exactly.
open just in case. So, but while we are waiting, while the window is open and we're waiting for fresh air, we can just be on the
Hmm.
street, showing off
Exactly.
some of our assets and
You should. I support you anyway. I do, honestly.
exactly being irresponsible and contributing to some of the vices and decadence or whatever it is that is happening in this country. So yes, so I think what we meet, we're supposed to go for a boat party,
Yes, yes, on the
and
sixth. Yeah.
I'm actually looking forward to it. And
Same.
then
Like,
after that, what else am I doing this summer? I'm planning a trip with my friends.
oh, okay, nice.
It's supposed to be a weekend trip, like
Where are you
Thursday to
guys going
Sunday kind
to?
of thing. We're looking at Amsterdam. That's the top choice at the
Ooh, that would
moment.
be fun.
I hope so.
And please, do some crazy shit in Amsterdam.
Well, I was going to say I plan. I hope to. I plan to. I will
I
find
mean,
my
it's
way.
Amsterdam. You should. You definitely have
I
to.
will find my way. Because the thing about group trips is that sometimes we want to do things as a group. But of course, as much as the group has
Ah,
plans, I have to have my own plan. So I'll find my
Yes,
way.
yes, yes.
But
Okay,
other than
okay.
that, I plan to have fun, to be
You
honest.
should. It's
I,
Amsterdam, like just have fun and come back to your city.
yes, and I think other than that, I don't think I have any other immediate plan for. I don't think I have any other plan for. My birthday is in summer, obviously, it's in August. I don't have plans for
Wait,
my
when is your
birthday.
birthday? You never told me.
How would I not told you? How would you say I never told you? Just say you did not remember. But that's by the
Okay,
way.
I did not remember. Maybe remind me again.
My birthday is in August, August 11th.
Ah, okay, let me
I
jot
don't
that
have a,
down.
I don't have a plan, and
Hmm.
I just think I think anybody that wants to give me anything should send me money. That would do. But actually, I think that what I want to do for my birthday is have a quiet moment to myself.
Oh,
Starting
okay.
the year out, what I wanted to do, I wanted to have some sort of get together. That's what I planned at the start of the year. But of
Hmm.
course, as things have changed, and I don't know what's also going. I think what I need is actually like a moment to myself, like
So
soak
you
it in, and the fact
celebrate
that I'm turning,
alone.
not like celebrate, basically just have a moment to reflect on my life and how far I've come, and just appreciate all of it. And
Amen.
away from all the noise and all of that. And since I'm turning one of those ages that are supposed to be landmark, if you mention the age, I'm going to fight you.
I mean, I don't know. All I know is that you're turning 18 again. So,
Well, well, fair enough. So, I mean, I'm talking about those eggs that are supposed to be landmark and all of that nonsense. So it's also
oh,
important that I have to soak it in and maybe
you
see if
should, you should.
peradventure I'm going to come out of it wiser and the better. Other
Of
than
course you
that,
will, yeah.
uh, well, what can I say? So, the question I'm going to ask you now, based on the fact that you don't have much plans, and of course, being that you are well
Yeah.
traveled, and
Ah, well traveled, Kay. Where did I go apart from my
where have
backyard?
you not been? At least, first of all, you visited almost every country in Europe, from
Not
Spain
really.
to you've been to Denmark, you've been
Yeah,
to
I went to Denmark, yeah.
Netherlands, you've been
Yeah.
to have you been to Sweden?
No, I
No,
haven't. I haven't reached there
but
yet.
you've been to France, right?
Not yet. I only went to like Denmark, Italy, Poland, the Netherlands. Where
So
else?
Poland, it was Italy I wanted to say, and I say Spain. Yeah, so you've traveled at least around Europe, and you've lived in Qatar, you lived in China. So I'm going to ask
Mhm.
you basically how different summer is here as opposed to what it was back when you were in Shanghai, because I know you like
Ah,
Shanghai.
yes, yes, yes. I think Shanghai summer is, I mean, first of all, Europe summer is not that interesting because, I mean, the summer doesn't last too long in Europe, I would say. And also, like, the only good thing I would like about the summer here in Europe is that the temperatures are not that crazy. Maybe, I don't think it ever went to 30, or I haven't experienced 30 here. But over there
You
in Shanghai, like,
haven't?
yeah, I mean, I just got here 1.5 years ago, so maybe I haven't
Even
seen the crazy.
there was, I
Because
think, okay, I
last
mean,
summer
because you know
was,
we're in different locations. Last year there was a
yeah,
30
yeah.
degree if for a day or two.
Oh, okay. I don't remember
Yeah.
that, but and also like in Shanghai, summers could get even hotter than 30, like 33, 34, sometimes close to I think 37-ish. But the good thing is like we have air conditioning, so so you're not gonna burn in your house, unlike some places which I shall not mention.
See, Germans, Europeans, air conditioning sounds so foreign to them. It's and the last day someone nearly drove me crazy. I'm sorry I cut you short. And then it was so hot. I don't think was I in Bonn around summer? I wasn't. But last year
No, no, you
summer
didn't come in
was
summer, yeah.
yeah, it was so hot in I tried to buy a ventilator. Why does
Oh,
this
okay.
ventilator make so much noise? And then the funny thing, because I checked reviews online when I was checking, I know that from a lot of people, sorry, the noise
Hmm.
from the ventilator is a problem they have with ventilators. So I was like, okay, let
Oh,
me get to the
okay.
shop, which is why I didn't order online. I said, let's walk into a shop. I went with one of my friends. Once walked into a shop, we tried the ventilator, we didn't hear the sound. We got home, we
Okay.
hear the sound. What made the difference? We forgot that in that shop there was music playing. That music was hiding the
Ah,
sound. So
smart
we didn't
fella.
detonate. I mean, I don't think they did it intentional just for the ventilator because they play music in the store
Yeah,
or
yeah.
quite a time I've been there. But that's why we didn't notice. We paid for the ventilator only for me to get home. If you turn on this ventilator, that would be
Mm-mm.
nice. You should be hearing that. It's like a grinding sound to be from
Hey, that is really annoying
non-stop.
though.
I struggle to sleep all through the summer because the other option is even when you leave the window open,
It
it
doesn't
doesn't bring
help.
up
Yeah, it
enough
doesn't help
air.
exactly.
And if you don't turn on the ventilator, you cannot sleep because of how hot it is. You now turn on the
Um,
ventilator, it's grinding in your ear. Since I came to this place, I've not turned it on. It's still in the carton. I brought it into this place
I
here
think my
because
best
I'm
advice do
traumatized.
my best advice do cold shower.
So now it's just I won't shower me because I mean obviously it's summer I shower like at least 3 times every day. But
Hmm.
other than that, it's like it's I don't know. I mean I really wish I can understand the idea of not installing air conditioners in the house in Germany.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
try to
some
speak to
houses
Germans
do
about
have
it, it
it, but
doesn't
I
make
heard like
sense.
you pay a lot of money on energy for that. Like it's not
Maybe
as
they pay
cheap.
money for heater. What difference can it make? I don't imagine air conditioning should take as much energy as heating would.
Well, my friends that have them, he said like it's like he pays a lot more money for, you know,
Yeah, I hear
the
that, but which
electricity
is
bill and that. But I mean, it
yeah.
doesn't, I mean, at the end of the day, it shouldn't really make too much difference because the heater is on for like almost all through winter, and air condition is just on for like what, a couple of hours just for you to sleep, and then you turn it off in the morning. So I think it doesn't make too much
Exactly. It
difference.
doesn't make I mean, I think I understand. Also, because I think the argument is always energy conservation. But I don't
Yes, yes,
imagine,
yes, yes.
I don't know how all these things work, but I don't think there's any world in which air conditioner would take more energy than a heater. I don't think it would
Yeah,
ever be
I
possible.
think that is true.
In my
But I don't know,
house,
I'm not an engineer, but we'll leave it to
I'm
the
not an engineer
engineers.
too, but in the house I live now, it's a floor heating, so it's
Ah, okay.
so basically there's no separate heater, there is no air conditioning, so it's almost like a fan. You just turn on
Mm-mm.
the whatever is it how do you call that thing when you move a fan? What's that thing called? It's like just like a fan, you move whatever it is that's the right word for it around. So if you want it to heat, you move it to the heating part. If you want it to cool, you move it to the cooling
Ah,
part.
okay.
But the thing is, I don't think anything is cooling here. The only time I notice is when there is heating. If I turn on the heating, I'll notice after a while. But the cooling part, I don't know if anything is cooling. But again, thankfully, as much as I'm complaining about how the weather being shitty, but I think it's still good that the weather has not really started getting cold because
No, it hasn't. It hasn't.
if it
Now,
has, I'd have more to complain about. Go ahead.
true. For me, I got this fan from Cake that I'm using, but I mean, it's not really that effective, but at least it keeps me a little bit cold-ish. But thank God it's not getting so warm. But like I said, like the only difference was like summer outside, you have air conditioning. So you just like go back to your house and turn on the air conditioner and you're fine. Here it is hot outside. You come back to your room, it's even hotter than outside. So you're just like, oh my God.
Yes, because the houses are built to trap in heat, and then they really do such a good job trapping the heat, and then you're in your
Mm-mm-mm.
house and you are steaming.
You are like,
I'm actually
and I
taking this
open all my
personally.
windows, but still it doesn't help. But it's just what it is. I think we have to get used to it somehow.
It is what it
Or
is.
maybe, or maybe move into an apartment that has an air condition.
let
Maybe
me
that would be the
let me be
plan for the
managing
future.
let me manage the house I have for now. But then the only thing I'm thinking of doing is maybe getting a more expensive and better quality ventilator because
Yeah, that could work.
I
Yeah,
think the high-end ventilators are noiseless. It's all those cheap things that, but
cheap
I'm a cheap
one.
person because I don't have money. All these cheap things are disturbing my life. But I think that would be the only
You can
option.
just buy second-handed ones. I don't know which website they have those, but you can try.
I think is it not eBay, Kleinanzeigen? I don't know what they call that website.
Yeah,
Should have
yeah,
second
that
hand.
one. Maybe
But
someone will be moving out of the apartment and
I always
selling
have
all of them. Like,
concerns about second-hand things. I always have
oh,
concerns about it. But either way,
I
I
mean, it
think
makes sense. Yeah.
that would be an option I might be considering. But again, let's see how
The summer goes this
the
year. I
summer
mean,
goes.
with the climate change thingy happening. I think let's hope it doesn't get as hot, but we just never know.
Let's just hope it's hot enough for me to dress irresponsibly,
Survive.
please. And this is any time of the year I have to show legs, show arms. Not like my arms are dark toned, but at least this is anytime I'm, this is anytime of the year I'm allowed to, because the thing is with the way German weather is built, all year round you're checking the weather, you have to dress for the
I
cold. Or
exactly. It's so
summer is the
annoying.
only
Yeah.
time you don't have to worry about all of that. Basically, you can wear
True.
almost anything
True.
that you're comfortable in. And now it's like I'm being robbed of it. And then the
Mm-mm.
sun, and also because again, I'm in a small city. When I was in home, I used
Mm-hmm.
to hate when people come out during the weekend because once it's summer, everybody's on the street. It used to
Yeah.
get on my
Yeah. Yeah.
gears because I'm like, there are too many people. In this small city, whenever there is sun and people are outside, it makes me so happy. It's like, oh, finally, they're man.
Yeah, like I see humans. It's not only me and
I'm
the
like,
grasses and the trees.
exactly. But in home, I'm always like, please, can you all
Oh
just go back to your
man.
houses? Because again, in home, I'm always with my friends going everywhere. So it feels like I have enough people around me already. But here, whenever I see people, whenever there is sun and I see people, I get so, so happy.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh,
I mean, it
goodness.
makes sense because you barely see people.
Exactly. So please, the sun should come out so people can be outside.
Oh,
So yeah, so
but
back
yeah,
to,
but I think apart from these differences, like,
yeah.
and also the summer in Doha was fucking hot. Like, it's always between, I would say 37, and sometimes it gets as high as 52. And this would be from, I think, May, June, all the way up till August-ish. And July and August are the most hottest and also the most humid. So if you're planning on visiting the Middle East, don't go in summer. Like, don't go in July, don't go in August. Go there in November, December when it is winter-ish, and then you can enjoy like a nice cold temperature.
Yeah, but I'm curious now, in a place like Doha with the heat, I mean, I imagine everybody has air
Mhm.
conditioning,
Oh,
but
trust me, like I'm gonna tell you a funny story. So
okay, go
back when I
ahead.
was in high school, so I think the cooling system had an issue, and literally they shut down the school for 1 week until they repaired the the air conditioning.
Interesting.
So this is how crazy it is over there. Like, if your car doesn't have an air condition, you'll be fine because you cannot drive that car outside. That is how it was. Like, everywhere has fucking air condition. Like, you go into the mall, it feels like paradise. Like, there's air condition everywhere. Cars, malls, whatever. Even people's houses have a lot. Like, so because they know it's very hot, so they're prepared for this.
And I'm going to ask a question that might seem a little naive, but of
Sure,
course,
ask.
our idea of Qatar being an Islamic country is that people are all almost always covered, or at least always covered.
Hmm.
People here, especially women. So I imagine during the summer with the heat, how does that
Hmm.
change people's attire? Do people dress
No, they don't change. This,
differently, or they still
no,
wear the same?
they still wear their long black everything all covered from head to toe. But
Really?
I mean, they're only in the sun for like what, a few minutes, just getting off their car and walking to the entrance of whatever they're going to. So mostly they are indoor spaces that has air conditioning.
And
And
then,
if they're going to the beach or any of this, of course they'll try to dress more beach appropriate. But besides this, I think most of the time I see them covered. So
when you say see them, not why aren't you covering yourself in that way too?
yeah. No.
I mean, when in Rome now, act like the Romans. I
No,
mean,
no, no. We men generally don't have to. I mean, technically, they have to wear long pants and t-shirt
yeah.
at least, especially if you're going to like governmental buildings. Because I was once rejected. I think I was going to get some documents somewhere at the. It was like a post office or something, and they didn't let me in because I was wearing shorts. And this was like summer. It was like fucking 52 degrees outside. And I just came back from Shanghai. So I mean, I'm used to like wearing shirts, like no one cares. Then
Oh,
I
so you
went to
traveled
the
to a
post
few minutes and
office.
you thought we are made.
Mhm. that day, what didn't my dad say to me that day?
Just because you traveled for a few minutes, you don't think you are going to come and break their rules and everybody.
Like I just walk in and the security guard was like, "Excuse me, you cannot go in." I was like, "What do you mean I
So
cannot go
we
in?" He
don't
was
do
like,
that here.
"It was like this does not belong here. We don't wear shorts." I was like,
Oh
"Since when?"
really?
No, you cannot wear shorts into governmental buildings. Like you have to cover your legs, basically, even as men. Yeah. So, so he was like,
Interesting.
"Look around. Do you see any other person with shorts?" I was like, "No." He was like, "Yeah, we don't let people with shorts in here." So I had to go back
Interesting.
home, wear pants, and then come back again. And my dad was pissed as hell, but I mean, I get it. So, so yeah, that is just
Oh no! Do you know, because I'm fine. I actually just realized we never talked about some of these things when we talk about Qatar. But you don't talk about Qatar so much. I think you always talk about Shanghai. So it's like
mm-mm.
it's it's
Oh, trust me, I was shocked myself because I mean, I kind of stepped out for a moment and then I forgot what it was like. And then there was her with my shorts and t-shirt, just like walking casually into the post office. And he was like, "You have to go home." And
we don't do that here, sir. And I imagine that people across the street are going to be looking at this man. I'm like, who is this guy?
I was the
Oh, guys,
only
I'm
one
going to
on
get.
shorts. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, they would definitely conclude that you were a tourist or something. They
Yeah,
wouldn't think
yeah.
this was
I
someone
mean,
that lives
normally,
here.
like if it is like maybe non-governmental buildings or anything to do with
Yeah,
like official places, you can do shorts and no one would care. Like a shopping mall, a beach, whatever. Like you can go there with shorts
yeah.
and no one would care. But if you're going to like very strict institute, even sometimes some hospitals also have issues with you wearing shorts to the hospital. But yeah, it's just
Oh,
one of the things you have to keep in mind that dress appropriately, cover your legs. We don't want to see skin. We don't want to see any of those exposed body parts. So,
Jesus Christ. You know, I keep saying it that, I think I must have mentioned it to you that I don't think I want to visit any country that I consider conservative. Not because I don't think, because I always look at it from the lens of people have their culture, and I think
mhm,
they're within their right to practice whatever makes them comfortable, makes them feel
mhm,
whole. But even in spite of that, also don't think I want to be able to. I don't want to have to come to a place and stick out so much. I really am not going to stick out if it's not in Africa because again with my skin, but also sticking out because you're dressing so differently or having
yeah,
to
yeah,
now adapt so much because you're doing a 1 week trip. I don't want to have to go and buy long white robes or stuff like that just because traveling, things like that. So, and also because by visiting a conservative country, I would also be too little too conscious of not breaking any rules because
yeah, yeah, yeah.
so I don't get into trouble. That's actually my concern about visiting places like that. It's always interesting
I
when I see people are able to, I mean, people are able to visit those places and manage to survive and keep all the rules. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
mean the thing is just like for us or as any tourist, when you go to a place, you need to do your homework. Like you need to do your research. Like what is the culture like? What is the dressing sense like? What is the drinking culture? Like all these little things that you have to keep in mind because you don't want to go there and break the rules, or you just don't want to go there and disrespect people who live there because this is part of
Exactly.
their culture. So if you think you cannot
Exactly.
abide by those rules, then just stay in your father's house in your own
I mean, I
place
don't
and
think I can. Not like I'm very stupid, not like I'm even like, but I just cannot because anything that would make me do something too different from what I'm used to, I'm always like, let's leave it. It's not that deep. But other than that, also, I think, because actually, I think I've always liked Qatar. I think,
you
especially
should
seeing how
definitely
they,
visit. Like it's a very fun place to visit, but it's just that you would need to change a little bit. But I mean, not too much because for men it's not as crazy,
yeah, I mean,
so
for men,
you would be
it's
fine.
always
Yeah.
safer. But again, either way,
But
even if
yeah.
I'm definitely going to go with someone who has lived there, maybe aka
Yes,
you.
yes, yes. Let them
And
show
because
you the ropes.
I cannot do that myself.
Yeah.
Yes, so let's imagine you're not doing your first of all, didn't I just remembered how can we be talking about summer in Europe and we're not talking about Pride? Are you attending any Pride events this year?
Right. I don't know. I'm between going and not going. I mean, a part of me would love to, But at the same
Hmm.
time, I'm like, do I want to be walking around in the heat,
But then if you have friends, because I mean, I
getting
think
tan and all that?
Cologne is famed for having some of the best. I think
Oh, they have
the
flags.
biggest
Like,
pride
yeah, it's
in
gonna be the biggest
Germany.
pride in Germany is.
And you live very close to Cologne, and you have friends that you can drag around,
I
along
mean,
rather. Jesus Christ!
right
Go
now,
ahead.
I don't know. My friends are like 50-50 ongoing, and I honestly don't know. I feel like I will change my mind last minute. And also, I don't have any pride-worthy outfit. I have black,
See, my theory has
so.
always been if you can't beat them, don't join them. Because I mean, they say
Exactly.
join them, but like, don't even
Like,
compete
so I can
because
imagine me going there with all my all black. Like, am I in a funeral? It's
no,
right.
no, but calm down now. We're in Germany. Germans like black and black,
I
and
know
I
they
think
do.
the particularly the German queer community are very into black. I mean,
You
we
mean
were
the
in Berlin
color or
recently.
men?
How on earth did I know you?
I don't know.
You were in Berlin recently. I mean, of course, and I think
Oh
Berlin
yeah, I was
is a
in
bit of a
Berlin.
queer
Yes, yes,
city.
yes, yes.
Everybody wears black in
Mostly they
Berlin.
were on black and they were calling them.
You can't
I mean, my friend was
exactly.
calling them goblins.
You can't. You can't go wrong with black and black anywhere in
True.
Germany.
I
It's
mean,
like a
black
uniform.
is the best color ever.
But what I was also going to say is, if you're going to a queer event, you already know you cannot beat the queer people there. There's no, I don't know, except I don't know what you can do to beat the queer people that are going to be there. So better just
True, true.
dress down, not dress down as far so you're so odd, but don't try to compete.
No, no, I'm not gonna. I think if
That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
going, it's
So if
gonna be all
you
black. I think.
exactly, and because
Yeah.
I've been, I was as at a pride event in mini class. I went with all my female friends.
Oh, that's nice.
See, first of all, I was so happy because I first thought about wearing what's it called?
Something
I
rainbowish.
wanted to wear a shirt that has rainbowish as per Queen.
Yeah.
I won't carry the flag for heads. I wanted to wear something.
Ambassador.
I wanted to wear I had a see-through black. I have a see-through black shirt,
Mm-hmm.
like a net kind of outfit. So I wanted to wear that because I thought, okay, show off body and all of that. But I was like, no, quite people definitely like a lot of these states. I left it. Do you know that
Okay.
I went to that pride? I saw more than 20 people wearing net outfit and it was black. And I'm like, maybe if I had worn this, I would have joined this people to be wearing this uniform. But luckily for me, I just wear a flowery shirt and a white
Mm-hmm.
short.
I
Now the
think that
flowery
works.
shirts, exactly, that works because even if there are people that are wearing flowery shirts, what are the chances they're going to wear the same design?
Exactly, exactly.
And of
Zero.
course, but also the thing about black and black is that even if everybody is wearing black and black, there's always
Some
everybody will
differences
some
in the
manage to
styling.
look
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So my dear, I think if you can, because when we're in Cologne, I definitely want to visit, attend Pride in Cologne.
You
But of
should
course, you know
visit.
it's
Then we
sorry,
can go
so the
together. At least I'll have a reason to
how many times I want? I'm coming next month, and I think I would have gone before the Pride events. The pro Pride can
go. It's on the
start. I don't.
21st of July.
So I visit first week of July, and I visit again.
I
No,
mean, you
sir.
kind
It's
of.
not. It's not going to work.
I
It's
mean,
not going
sure, it
to
makes sense
work.
because you'll be here to like, is it 11 or so? So it
Yeah,
doesn't make sense to leave on the
I
11th
changed my
and come
plan. I
back
didn't even say
again.
I changed the plan. I changed the plan.
What is the
But
new
we'll talk
plan?
about that off camera
Oh
because we
yeah.
don't
Oh
want
my
to
God,
put out a
I
lot of
completely.
we don't want to put out a lot of information out there. Basically,
True.
I think I'm trying to, I just had the plan so I could breeze into that other party we were invited for
Mm-hmm.
that you are not going for.
Yes,
So
yes.
now we're talking about things that people will not understand, but they'll be fine, no. So I kind
It's
of adjusted the
okay.
ticket when I bought paid for the ticket to be able to attend that, not like attend, but basically breeze
Just
in.
like, yeah, yeah, just do meet
And
and greet
then
with them.
exactly because if I'm going to be there just and leave a day before, it will be
It doesn't make
somehow.
sense. Yeah,
Yes,
true.
I'm thinking, okay, let me just stay, breathe
That's
in,
nice. Yeah.
and then run along. So yes, but basically I can't go and they still come back again for the Pride thingy. But definitely I think one of the maybe next year I'll just have to plan way ahead because I think I would want to see what it's like. Being that they say it's the biggest, because I went to Munich, like I said, there were I don't know how many people were there, but there were lots of people. And like you said, of course, in Waka Waka, you waka from pillar to post, and but it was
Exactly.
entertaining in the way that you're seeing people well, beautifully dressed, dancing. There were lots of music because each different supporting company come with
Yeah,
their own
yeah, yeah.
they have their own separate music. It was just like a street parade, so to say. It was, and I said, luckily I went with a friend. I also met another friend there. So we all hung out. And that one, because he lives in Munich, he came with his own friend. So it's like, it ended up to be a group
Ah,
about 6 or 7 people. So it
that's nice.
was working together, gisting, and all of that. So it was actually
Okay.
good. And I think, like you said, the fun of it, you definitely have to be going with friends. So you can laugh
Yeah,
at people,
exactly.
you can make joke with strangers because some strangers will approach you. But actually,
True,
it was a
true,
chill, it
true.
was a chill event. I think for one of the first moments, it felt like Germany is alive because
Oh,
I hate to
because
say it,
most of the
but
time it's dead. What are you trying to say?
please, this is my host country. She's not come and pursue me. But you know what I mean? Because otherwise, it's mostly kind of quiet. Everybody's minding,
True,
keeping to
true, true,
themselves.
true.
But at an event like that, you see people mainly in a way that it's not very
It's not
usual,
what they
and
normally do. Yeah.
it's just very colorful.
Okay.
There's an after party
Maybe
that
I'll
we missed, but
attend.
that's besides the point. Yeah, go ahead.
No. Maybe I mean, maybe I'll change my mind, but I'll see. Because I feel like
See, if
there's
you
so much
attend this,
events happening in July. Like literally, a lot of things are happening in July. Like we
yeah, I
have the
mean
boat
because.
party, then there's Taylor
Mhm.
Swift concert, and then just that weekend again, there's Pride party. So it's just like, damn.
Yeah, oh, that's true. You're going for the Taylor Swift's conference.
Yes,
And you
yes.
didn't mention it. When is it
I'm,
again?
it's on the 18th of July. I'm quite
And
excited.
it's in Cologne.
Oh no, it's in this city. Is it Gelsenkirchen or whatever? I don't know how to pronounce German cities,
Oh,
but
you're traveling. I didn't even know.
yeah, we have to. Yeah, we have to
Oh,
travel
you're
for
going with
that.
your friend. That's true. I
Yeah,
forgot. You're
yeah,
going with your
yes, yes,
friend.
yes. And I'm so excited for that because I think it's gonna be super fun.
I think it
And
should be fun. I mean, you're a
and
big Taylor
again, I'm
Swift
also
fan.
wearing all black, so
Whatever you
it's
do,
like
whatever you do, make sure you have a little fun.
oh, I would definitely have fun for sure. You know me, I don't joke with this. Like it's all about if I'm doing something that is not fun, then what am I doing there? I better just go home and sleep. But
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. But I was going to ask you, so beside, let's imagine you don't have your fishes hanging on your neck, and what do you think your
Ah,
summer would have been
oh,
this year,
trust
aside
me,
from the
if I
cool
did
plans you have?
not have pieces hanging on my neck, I would have planned a trip to maybe Madrid or go back to Milan again, or maybe go to visit my sister again. Like I would have been traveling because summer is a fun time. Like I would have been traveling just to meet people, probably go back to Berlin again. Like this is what I would have been doing with my summer. Just traveling and seeing people.
I'm talking about traveling. We need to do a trip together, and that
We
is
need
where
to.
that trip you mentioned to me was in not? You said was it Lisbon? You should have said Portugal.
Yeah, Lisbon, Portugal. Yes, is the Afro Nation? Is it Afro Nation? Something like this next year.
I told you to get us more information about that trip.
I
I don't care about
have,
the see, I
and
don't
we
care
will
about the Afro
discuss
Nation
this.
event. Of
We
course,
will
I don't care about
discuss
the
this.
Afro Nation event. I just care about the
Hmm.
Lisbon part of the whole thing. So, my
Yeah, I
dear,
mean, I
because
have tea on this, but we'll discuss this,
of
offline.
course, you don't have to share all the plans here, but we have to work out that Lisbon because we actually need to travel together. We've not traveled together.
I
Have
mean,
we?
you're
No,
the
we've
one going.
not.
I'll be cheering you from Bonn because, like I said,
You're not
like,
serious. There's no way. I'm saying it now so that you can actually commit. So I can hold you. I can have an evidence against you because, child, you are going. There's no escaping it. My
well,
dear
I heard
darling,
good
there's no
things about
escaping it.
Portugal, so I'm looking forward to the journey.
Yeah, I think we should actually get on it before it's too late. Like I said, even though our group is supposed to be going for Afro Nation. I don't care so much about Afro Nation. I just want to
Ah,
go
we
to
do our
Lisbon
thing, yeah. I mean,
and
Lisbon
receive
is
some
amazing. Like I heard really,
sunlight.
really nice stories about that place.
Yes, yes. And I think they are part of the final people in Europe.
Exactly. And also we need to go enjoy some Portuguese hospitality.
So what I'm saying, I actually have a friend in Lisbon. I have one and a half friends in Lisbon. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
going to be explaining why the other, I think the other person is hard because they fucked up. So, and I don't
Oh,
know. So
okay.
right now, I don't even know if I want to revisit that relationship. But then I have one and a half friends in Lisbon, and it will be nice. Either
Of
way, we
course
need
it will be
money.
nice
All of
for
this we
sure,
are
yeah.
staying, we need money, which is
That
why.
is where we should start to plan now.
So as I'm telling you, God, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh my God, people are going to think this we're a mess. We're a mess, but it's fine.
We're not a mess. Everyone has, this phase in their life, so they have all been there before.
Yeah. If they like me, they no deal.
I mean, no one is polished from beginning to the end. Like, there's always a bit of roughness around the edges, and this is our own
Right.
roughness.
It's only that we are sharing it to the public.
Exactly. But it's fine. They're living for this, isn't it?
Right. So that's something, it's just something we should have talked about summer in Europe because what happens in summer in
Let's
Europe? I think we've
see.
talked
Summer
about it.
in
Most people
Europe.
just
Oh my God, you
travel.
forgot those parties.
Which party?
What is it Siegen or there's this special parties that happen in Europe every summer. I think it's Siget or Siegen or whatever is in Hungary, Budapest. It's one of
I
those
don't
parties
know.
in the island.
I don't know about that.
It's a very famous party. Like I think they call it Siget or something like that. I forgot the
I
complete
don't.
name, but you
I
just
don't think I've
like
heard
buy
about it.
they plan the ticket even 1 year in advance, and it's
Is it the one
really
where
really cool.
they go like a camping kind of thing?
Yes, it's like this camping kind of thing. They stay
Oh,
there for like 3 4
it
days
doesn't
or
happen in
something.
one particular place from what I
No, it
gathered.
always keep moving every year, but
Yeah,
it's
it's
mostly
each
always in
country.
Europe. Yeah.
Yeah, it's within Europe, but it goes to one European country. Because I had a classmate in my program that had gone to one of those things. It's like a
Hmm.
camping about a few days to about 4 to 5 days, or maybe even one week.
Exactly, exactly.
And
And it's just
it rotates from one country to country. Yeah, I just remembered, but I don't think that
yeah.
that's not my vibe. It's not something I would
And
ever
they have
do.
like really amazing DJs. Like some years have really nice lineups and you just don't want to miss it. And some years is just maybe one or few people are really good. And I mean, most of them are great anyway. It's just like it depends on your own taste in music. But
Please,
yeah,
my
this is
dear,
something huge that
I want to miss it. Personally, I want to miss it because
you want to
why
miss
am
it.
I
For
why
me,
am I
I would definitely
camping?
attend, but not right now. I'll give it like 2 years in the future. Then I need to make the right friends since apparently someone said they don't attend.
No, 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 no. Why am I camping? Anything camping, setting up a tent, and no, 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 no,
It's
no. That's no, no,
fun. You
no,
have to, you have to live life once on the edge. Like camping
no.
is fun.
Live life on edge was, do you know, I agreed to go on to a climbing forest with somebody. Thankfully, I did not go, work related
Hmm.
things. And eventually,
I
the
don't
day
know
we
why you would
agreed,
go
the
to the
weather was
forest, but
bad. It's climbing. You do some bouldering, it's a bouldering, yes. You do
oh,
some zip lining, things like that. Basically, there are a lot of things you can climb. So it's, and they call it a climbing forest, but it's basically a piece of land where there are a lot of things you can climb. And like you can do,
okay.
it's what's the right pronunciation? It's bouldering, yes.
Yeah, bouldering, yes.
This, yeah, bouldering, yes. And then there is zip lining and jumping and stuff like that. I agreed to do that. That's living life on edge because it's one day.
Hmm.
But going to camp and setting up a tent and staying there for like 3, 4, or even one week, that's pushing it.
Okay, it seems I cannot convince you, so this is I'm just gonna go ahead and make a new friend that is down for this shit.
Like yeah, of course, you always need new friends, and you have a lot of friends too. I'm very sure that some of your friends would may be interested in that. Can I tell any of your
I
friends that
think
might be
they would be
interested?
like, I have one person in mind I can ask for this.
Yeah, I mean, of course, that person you have in mind, you definitely know someone else that will be interested, and before you know it,
Exactly,
you have a group.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. This will be more
Why
fun.
not
Yeah.
have a group? Yeah, but I think that's pretty much what happens in Europe in summer. It's people traveling on holidays, people
Yes, yes.
taking extra jobs because people are
Yeah,
leaving
also
work
summer
and it
jobs.
means
Yeah.
people are going to there'll be a few vacancies. And
What else
I
is there?
think
Also, like some certain music festivals, like we just mentioned.
yeah,
And
there'll be
do they
music
also have?
festivals.
Do they have this wine tasting event in summer?
Yeah, they always wine, but I don't think wine tasting events is left for summer.
Sure, you can also do that
It
any
happens
other
all,
season.
yes, you can do it any other time. It happens all year round. But of course, the summer is better in the sense that you have good road, you have
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
the weather for it. What happens all year round?
What else is there to
There's
do
actually a lot of
during summer?
activities going on.
Yeah, there is.
There
It's just
is there is a Nigerian event. I don't know if I told you, Nigerians in Germany is organizing an event. It's supposed
hmm
to be, I think it's first week of July. I
Oh,
don't
okay. Where
I'm
is it
sorry,
in
but
Cologne?
I have no, I can't remember the location. I'll have to look at it again.
Are
And
you attending?
maybe I don't think so. I don't think so
I
because
mean, I
they
think it could be
said
fun, but mm,
it would have been fun, but like I'm only taking out weeks for a visit that I'm doing in July, and I'm doing another trip in August.
yeah, yeah,
And I
doesn't make
plan
sense.
to I plan not to work around Christmas. I don't think
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want
yeah.
to. So by the time I do all my trips to August, I'd have exhausted almost more than half
30 days vacation time.
my vacation. So the rest I'm going to leave it
Okay,
for
that
I'm going to leave it
makes sense.
for my trip in winter
hmm
and Christmas. Because I don't want Christmas period, I
Okay,
don't want to
yeah,
be anywhere at work. I want to have some days off. So
yeah,
yes.
that makes
So
sense.
I don't think I can accommodate more things for this summer. If it's not maybe a weekend off and stuff like that, that would not work. But other
But
than
it
that, I
seems like your
think
summer is pretty packed anyway, so you're gonna have a nice summer.
I hope so. Which is why I like the fact I'm actually doing the trip I'm doing next month because I feel like I need a break
You
from
do.
having to think about my life. I'm thinking about all that is going on right and just basically receive fresh air because I feel like this small village is choking me.
I
It's
know,
been a fun
adulting
experience. Let's
bad.
not, yeah, it's just been, I just, you know, how you come into a place, you know, how I never realized
What?
for the first time I come into a place and I realized I'm actually the only black person. It never happened in home because in home, I always have my
Welcome to my
friends.
life.
Even at work too, at least the work I did when I had my in student job at the time, there were a lot
Mhm,
of most of the students, workers or interns at the time were foreigners. There were a lot of foreigners.
mhm.
This city is the first place I come to, and I go to a place and I'm like, okay,
Where are my
where are the
people?
foreigners? Exactly. No black person, not even the Indians are missing. The
Oh my God.
every
What
group
about
of people.
Turkish people?
It's only at work that I see Arabic people, I see Turkish people, I see people from
Okay,
other
okay, okay,
group. But
okay.
once I leave work, no, they are just
Wow.
white,
Yo, I
white.
mean,
I'm
for
like,
the lack of, your city is quite unique, I would say.
it is. I mean, because it's a small place, you know, who is coming here
Mhm.
for people who live here because they have to, like
Yeah,
me,
yeah,
because I have to
exactly,
work and
exactly,
stuff like
exactly.
that. It's not one of those places people go to because of fun and things like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So I need a break
Russia?
from it. So I go to a place where I can see people diversity.
Exactly. You need to see more people. You need to see a place that has more
And also
life.
because I think actually eventually, aside the friends I have in home, your part of
hmm
town is where I have other friends. There's you, there is our new mutual friend,
Yes,
and
yes, yes.
your I don't know if I should say situationship or whatever. It doesn't matter what you are reacting, but yes, that one is also now my friend. And the person that invited us for an event, I have friends around the
Mhm.
city that I don't have. So
I
it's
think
like that's another
eventually you
place I
should move
can
to this part of town. Like you
see,
should.
my dear. It's a matter of time. Let me first of all settle and see how I
It's okay.
can
I think now you need
plot.
to establish some roots first, and then you can relocate after.
Yes, and I can start plotting because I cannot do this thing. I cannot do this for so long. No, 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 no. No, no, no. But it's fine. It's fine. So either way, I think we've basically covered all that we need to cover.
Yes, 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 yes.
I know I would have asked you to give advice to people, but I don't think there's any need to do that because you've done that in the last episode we did
I mean,
together.
like I said before, they can always message us with any questions they might need to know
They can
or
always
anything.
message you because you have more time. You're a kinder person. I would try to respond because
Well,
I
are you
usually take
guys?
time
Are
to
you
be
listening? He
nice.
just admitted he's not a kind person, so please don't message him.
Yes,
Resist any
please.
urge to slide into his DMs with whatever questions or
No, no,
shooting
no,
your shot.
no.
Don't do any of that.
I didn't say
Refer
all
the
of
messages
that. I
to
mean,
me.
I didn't say all of that. My DMs are open. If you are looking to say thank you, I enjoy your podcast. If you're looking to say
Hmm.
take XYZ money and take care of yourself and stuff like
Hmm.
that. But if you have questions, please direct it to Ezekiel. He's a very kind person
Oh
and he
yes, I
can.
am. That for sure.
We're going to end this podcast. So thank you very
Okay.
much for coming to this episode of the podcast. I really appreciate you for your time.
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure being here with you and your
Yes, and thank you so much, my dear listener, for listening to this part of that sounded like something I would say on the radio. Thank you very much.
audience.
If you've listened to this part of the podcast, thank you very much for sticking around. Usually I would say I hope you've learned something, but I don't think there's anything you could have learned from
They
this.
have. I mean,
I,
haven't they learned about our life? A
I don't
lot,
think there's anything
actually.
one could have learned from this episode. But I think it's just supposed to be a chill episode where we
Yeah,
talk about
yeah.
summer because summer is a big thing here in Europe. And
Hmm.
basically, I think it's important for people to take time to rest. Now we talk about going for parties and dressing
Exactly.
indecently. It may not be your thing, but I think in summer is a time for you to also find things that might be your thing and
True.
try to do them and just make sure you have that moment to rest. And of course, I say this because most times we see Nigerians who are in the diaspora taking up all the available jobs during the summer to make up
Hmm.
for work. I understand it's important to save money, but also maybe you can take a week off a day from all that hustle
And
to
just
create
enjoy.
moments for yourself. Because
True.
like what people will say, Konya Wikojian, like this basically translates to the one you eat is what you live with. So the experience you have is what stays and remains with you. So this is
Exactly.
me actually begging you. So if as much as you've had plans to do all the extra shifts, which is very important because you need the money, especially to send it home, especially at this time that things are getting tougher in the country. But
Hmm.
also, if you don't, if you're not healthy enough, you can't be doing all of that. So it's important
Yeah.
to take some rest, have a moment, don't hustle, create memories, because those are
With
things that
your
might keep you
friend.
healthy for the hustle that will come during the winter, which is a time you can
Winter is long and hard, so
exactly. And
enjoy the sun now.
there's a similar depression that you're going to battle with. So please enjoy
Exactly.
the summer. And
Just
that's all I
thinking
can
of it
say.
makes my skin crawl.
Oh my God.
I don't like winter.
So yes, thank you so much. I was supposed to say thank you and I started blabbing. I don't know what I'm talking plenty. So thank you so much for listening to my podcast. Please do subscribe, like, share, and
Comment.
do all the nice. Yes, leave a comment. Do all of those nice things because it helps to grow the podcast. And that's all. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye
All right,
bye.
guys. Have a nice evening. Ciao. Bye bye.
Ciao.